Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there was allegation of the leaflets being spread in some parts of Rift Valley, giving a direction to some communities staying in Rift Valley on how they are going to vote in this election. The Deputy President William Samoei Ruto later reacted to this issue, and I wanted to listen to him shortly. Then after this, we are going to continue with this conversation. But as you listen to this, it is good you remember what the Uasin Gishu governor, Mandago, said. He said ya kwamba politics tukuwe tunaweka tu kwa lungs, not in our heart. So that after election has passed, we just breathe one time na inaisha. Because after this, itabidi tu tuendelee kuishi vile huwa tunaishi kama wa Kenya. Listen to this shortly.
Kage kashin hobi kapka. Oye leye. Kage kashine. Kimeche kalie tamecha somo. Onge no le pichuni koko na igole kisire asubuhi. Kwa mu koko na igole kisire asubuhi. Kumeche ko abusnatet. Nyokonde ngalek nya kole kakile meche cho meche jun ko pamphlets ko ne. Lakini amecha moyo moyan ngalecha kimeche kalia apik tugul. Pilwet pick up komoswek tugul. The Kalenjins who are here, the people from Western Kenya who are here, the people from Nyanza who are here, the people from Central who are here, the people from all parts of Kenya who are here, they belong to Uasin Gishu, and their home is Uasin Gishu, and this Uasin Gishu is the home of every Kenyan, and we want to tell those who want to divide us, shame on you, na tutawashtaki kwa Mungu mukituletea kisirani yenu na mukwende kabisa.
Now, if you listen to the Deputy President very careful, you will realize to some extent, seemingly it's like he's trying to put this blame on the government side as the people who might be pushing for that agenda with another motive in it. But today, Fred Matiang'i, the Interior CS, has been in Rift Valley just to deal with this issue and understand how the situation is going on there. And according to Fred Matiang'i, 8 suspects have been arrested and they will be arraigned in the court so that they can answer to these questions. Listen to him shortly, and after this we are going to continue with this conversation just to understand what the real situation in Rift Valley.
When I drove in this morning, we arrived here very early in the morning in Molo, around 7 o'clock. By that time, just imagine, it was around 7 o'clock in the morning, 2/3 of the shops in Molo town were open. Children were going to school, people were going about their activities. My faith is in the people of Kenya. As a leader, our people have come of age, our democracy is mature. People can tell nonsense from, all those kinds of things, and the claims that are being made around. Even the claim that you had yesterday that the leaflets were authored by people from the office of the president. Now, we have 8 suspects in police custody, and none of them is an employee of the office of the president. Some of our leaders look like they're inoculated against the truth, that they can never speak anything truthful. And then they keep imagining and saying things that they think make sense, when in actual fact, they can convince even a fool. The people of Kenya know what the truth is about these things. Let's just keep walking. That's why you have noticed that actually for this year, when you compare this election and 2017, I was even counting the other day, I have done less than half the press conferences I did in 2017 as acting Minister for Interior at that time. Why? Because my wonderful colleagues in the field have been doing their work quietly. They have been working with communities, with the Nyumba Kumi. Each one of these county commissioners you see here has created a multi-agency election preparedness committee in their counties. And this is what we worked on at the beginning. Each one of these county commissioners is meeting with religious leaders, civic leaders, Nyumba Kumi leaders, community policing, and everyone involved in their counties and discussing the peace and stability of their county. Each one of these county commissioners has pulled in their deputy county commissioners from the sub-counties who have replicated the same committees at the sub-county level. And all this work is going on. Kenyans are having conversations amongst themselves on their country, and they are focused on what they would like to see in their country. this garbage that's being spewed by politicians is just not going to affect our people. I am convinced beyond any shadow of doubt. I have intelligence officers here who will tell you Kenyans are determined to be peaceful. They love their country. They want a peaceful country. And you will see, I don't think there's going to be any problem. By now, we'll have gotten information if there was going to be any challenge. Even though it took us hours to get a hold of those people, the suspects that we now have, we are not going to pass judgment on them. As a law-abiding government, we are going to take them to a court of law. That's what we are supposed to do. And then a decision will be made at that level, and we'll continue. We've done the best we can. Some of us hardly sleep because we are engaged constantly in conversations with fellow Kenyans on this. I'm confident because I have faith in the citizens of this country. We are going to have a peaceful election.
Now we are continuing with our panel discussion, but just a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you're not yet subscribed, so my humble request, please consider subscribing so that another time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone who drop comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our videos to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, if you see Fred Matiang'i saying that they have arrested 8 suspects who could have been involved in the spreading of these leaflets in Rift Valley, then you should conclude that it is true they are people who might have been spreading some information in Rift Valley on how people should vote in this election, especially the information being directed to those who just migrated to Rift Valley, but not the Kalenjins. There could be a possibility of such information. Sababu huwezi tu shika watu kama kweli hakuna kitu inaendelea on ground. So it is true there is information being spread in Rift Valley. And why such information at such a time? Because we don't want to deal with the issue of, oh, we are saying it is so and so who is spreading. We are not aware who is a real person spreading this. Unless after this suspect have been arraigned in court, they might expose some people expose some people who have been maybe sponsoring them to do such kind of a job. Kazimbaya sana. The real situation here is that to some extent you will find some politicians in Rift Valley engineering such kind of direction to the electorate with an agenda. When someone, maybe an MP, an MCA, a governor, a senator, a woman rep, anyone vying for any seat, including presidents, when they realize that they're at risk of losing an election, because maybe the people who are not maybe wenyeji wa huko, lakini walikuja tu, are going to vote in a direction yenye itafinya huyu mwengine, which is a threat to them, and make them to lose the election. What they can do is to engineer such kind of information so that you scare these people from getting out in the morning, reach out to the voting station, and vote for their desired candidate. So vote turnout inarudi chini. They don't turn out to vote. And when that happens, then it means you remain with the people who are going to vote for you. So in that way, they end up winning because you scared the other side. They don't come out to vote, and you get your votes. It works with MCS, it can work with governors, it can work with MPs, and even a person running for the high office, president. You can be a presidential candidate, then you know some people in Rift Valley, wakwe kama ni Wajaluo, Waluya, Wakikuyu, Wakamba, yani watu tu wenye wamehamia huko. They are going to vote in a direction that is not going to favor you. So you engineer vote apathy so that they don't turn out to vote. And then your opponent end up losing and for you, you get your share of votes. That kind of game has been happening in Rift Valley. Something that should be condemned with the strongest terms possible, and allow the electorate to make a decision on ballot without scaring them. That is the right way to go. And I hope as Matiang'i speak to this issue, they will follow to the latter and make sure that such kind of nonsense is not going to happen in this election. Let people vote for William Samoei Ruto. Let those who want to vote for Railaodinga to vote for him. And let those who have just made a decision not to go to vote have their way. As simple as that. Because after this election, Kenya is still our country and we will still remain neighbors. Unajua, hauwezi kujichagulia jirani, lakini unaweza jichagulia rafiki. So it is good just to have a good way to stay with your neighbors. You cannot choose a neighbor, but you can choose a friend. That's the truth. So as we go to this election, we should be well informed of this. After this election, utahitaji kwenda kwa jirani yako kuomba chumvi. Utahitaji kwenda kuchota maji kwa jirani yako. I don't think if William Ruto will become president, will employ everyone in the village. It's the same thing with Railaodinga. But they will provide an opportunity or environment that will enable people maybe to either work and have money or even face a hard life, depending on how they are going to rule. That's what we should be well aware of. So let us preach peace and let us work toward that peace. Let us walk the talk. And I saw the UDA Secretary General speaking of the same thing on Citizen TV today in the morning, in the daybreak. And she was saying that it is the opponent spreading such information. And someone put a question to her. How does she know? And why put the blame on their opponent? What do they know about this issue? Na akasema it is to scare the voters who want to turn out and vote for them. So it means if you are aware of what these people are going to do, is it true that to some extent you can be involving yourself in one way or another just to engineer such things? That's my view as far as this issue is concerned, but we are preaching peace and we pray that Kenyans will adhere to this as we go to this election. Just remember the words from Mandago. Weka siasa kwa lungs. Una breathe tu mara moja baada ya election ndio usipate ugonjwa wa moyo. Na ndio usianze kudunga wengine visu ama kupiga wenzako, alafu sasa tena tunaharibu society. See you in our next video.